There's not a single soul that doesn't know about the famous luxury watch brand Rolex. However, many people don't know many aspects of this highly sought-out brand, like how much does the brand make in a year? So hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to find out how much does Rolex make per year? How much Rolex earns in a year? Rolex, as we all know, has an aura of elegance. But along with that, the brand also operates in the air of mystery and secrecy. The brand is known for keeping all of its information super wrapped up, and allows access to only a certain part of the whole. So never assume that you know everything about the company operating its business. Since there are no concrete facts disclosed by the company, we get a lot of room for speculation, which might turn out to be true, right? But finding out how much the company makes per year is somewhat tricky to answer just based on speculations. But don't worry, we've done our research and you'll find out everything in this video. Before we move any further, make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to get more video updates like this. Now let's continue. Given the mystical aura of the brand, the exact net worth of Rolex is unknown. However, it has been reported that Rolex has $1 billion in 2022. According to the data analyzed in 2018, the brand was worth $6.4 billion. Well, that's a lot. But other than that, we'll tell you how much a single Rolex costs and how many watches the brand makes a year, which will further help you understand the annual revenue of the company. How much does a single Rolex production cost? We all know there are types of Rolexes with varying price tags, all expensive ones. But according to the sources, the cost to produce an average Rolex watch is between $2,500 and $4,000. Factors that include precious metals and complications will add to the cost of making a Rolex. But for the most popular stainless steel references, the $2,500 to $4,000 range is accurate for Rolex average costs. Well, we bet no one would have told you how much the production of an average Rolex costs. How many watches does Rolex make in a year? As we told you earlier, the company does not reveal its personal information. But there is one thing that we did not tell you. It hasn't always been like this. There was a time when the public was allowed to have access to certain information. According to the sources, all Rolex watches are certified chronometers, which have to go through tough and stringent tests of the Contrôle Officiel Suisse des Chronomètres, the official Swiss Chronometer Testing Institute. From 2016 and onwards, COSC does no longer publish the exact figure of watches from each brand which COSC has certified. This was a request from the brands to protect their confidentiality. The source continues, however, 2015 is the last year that the numbers were published officially. Since all Rolex watches are certified chronometers, it allowed us to know how many Rolex watches were made per year by looking at the number of watches tested per year from Rolex. This data shows that in 2015, 795,716 watches were certified. So the last year of the official data, Rolex made roughly 800,000 watches. We can safely say that Rolex makes 800,000 to 1 million watches per year, but the actual data would show even greater numbers for sure. History of Rolex production. If we look back at the history of the production of Rolex watches, Rolex manufactured about 900,000 timepieces per year in the 1960s. Towards the end of the 1960s, Rolex manufactured about 90,000 timepieces per year in the 1960s. Toward the end of the 1960s, Rolex manufactured about 150,000 to 200,000 watches per year. As per the reports, the company's production output grew even stronger in the 1970s, as the brand grew stronger and increased in popularity. In the 1970s, Rolex manufactured about 350,000 to 400,000 watches per year. In the 1980s, the company reached a manufacturing output of about 500,000 watches per year. Back in the day, Rolex produced its timepieces with proper serial numbers, so it was easy to calculate the annual production. In 2010, the brand changed this format. According to the reports, today Rolex uses random serial numbers, which thus makes it impossible to know the production output by looking at the serial numbers. Rolex watches are made in the private science lab of the company. We know that everything we have told you so far has been interesting, so keeping up that energy, here's another interesting fact about the brand. Well, it shouldn't be a surprise, but all of the timepieces by Rolex are made in an internal research and development department. Not only that, but according to the sources, Rolex had several different types of extremely well-equipped professional science labs at their various facilities. The purpose of these labs isn't just to research new watches and things that may go into watches, but also to research more effective and efficient manufacturing techniques. Isn't that amazing? Yes, we know. But wait till you hear about the chemistry lab. The lab is full of beakers and test tubes with all kinds of gases and liquids. The lab also has multiple electron microscopes and some gas spectrometers. All of this stuff is used by well-trained scientists during the manufacturing process, so the Rolex labs are not just amazing, but greatly diverse too. That brings us to the end of today's video. From the annual income to the annual production of timepieces by Rolex, that was about it. What do you guys think? Tell us in the comments section. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, take care and goodbye.